last time, you all made your way across the scarred and mostly abandoned Calnoran plains between Cantrove and Calnora. It didn't take very long to discover why the southern plains were abandoned. There were huge cracks across the landscape, fissures that seemed to reach down for hundreds and hundreds of feet. Then after tossing a stone over the edge, the edge of one, you were met by the new residents of this scarred landscape. Nightmarish creatures came clawing their ways from the deep, in rapid pursuit of you. You all ran as fast as you could and took shelter in a nearby abandoned building. You managed to wait them out, and once they returned to their fissures, you resumed your travels. Unfortunately, you discovered the night would be no easy feat to survive either. On your first night, you discovered large, winged, shadow-like creatures that used the cover of night to hunt. But even with the hostilities of the land, and no aid within miles, you all made it to Calnora, the City of Tears. A walled, ringed city, surrounded by shanties and shacks. A moat, for the people in those shacks seemed to be drawing their water. Once at the gate, a guard asked to see credentials, so Zilgrim handed him the necklace he received from Cave back in Cantrove. The guard told you that that would do, and he pocketed the necklace and sent you on your way. Too exhausted to argue, you made your way to the nearest inn and got some much-needed rest. Unfortunately, this night was greeted by dreams for the first time in a while, though this one was a little different. No floating, no meat wall. In this dream, you saw the pale, bald man, a massive altar made of stone, and a large cameo on the wall behind him featuring the ivory arm you were all sent to retrieve many, many months ago. And we open the very next morning.
Night.
In your morning.
We slept through the day.
Oh, you did. That's right. You slept through the day. I'm sorry. So we open up that night in Cantrove. Oh, that's right. It's nighttime. Okay. All right. Sorry. That changes things just a little bit. Welcome to nighttime in Cantrove. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Night Vale.
Welcome to Night Vale. Welcome to nighttime in Cantrove. Good evening, everyone. You all wake up. As you wake up, I would like you all to please give me perception checks.
No, motherfucker.
19.
17.
7.
15.
15.
So as you all are waking up, it is the evening. There's no sun to greet you or anything like that. And you look out the windows. You got here pretty... What time?
As daybreak.
As
we were
as
being chased into town by the shadow.
That's right. So
beasts.
Does that pull our last point of exhaust off?
No. We had two.
Yeah,
We got
you had
rid
2
of
points
one
of
by
exhaustion.
Yeah.
You got rid
Okay.
of one by sleeping
Right.
this
Sorry.
morning.
Oh shit. Why don't we just sleep again?
You all notice that immediately, even though the sun is beginning to go down, it's not quite dark yet, but the streets are nowhere near as busy as they were when you came in. You can see from your windows.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not real interested in leaving my room because we were chased in by a goddamn shadow beast.
That's fair.
I have no reason to believe that just because we're in town they went away.
Have you all left your rooms now after
I'm hungry.
getting some
Yeah.
food from the
Yeah, we'll head down and grab some Brenner.
Yeah, right.
Does the inn we're staying at have food?
Yeah, it does.
Is it as outrageously priced as their rooms?
Yes.
You get the idea, probably, yeah.
I'm not spending a gold for a pancake.
You wouldn't get pancakes.
Well, whatever.
You're gonna get that ship slop.
It is the evening now.
Well, they don't have breakfast served all day.
Hell no.
God damn, this place is useless.
Where's McDonald's?
Is there a Waffle House nearby?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
We're in the lower tier, so there has
There
to be.
better
Yeah,
be,
there's
right?
Probably at least one. It's on the other side of town.
Well, alright.
Well, that's where the good one always is anyway.
Other side of town.
There's Denny's.
You're right, yeah, we got a Denny's. But it's
Denny's.
Look,
not
I'm not trying to
the
get into a fight today.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Denny's is just Waffle House for people that don't know how to fight.
You say that until some damn hardcore band comes out.
Yeah.
Then it's
Opening
all,
up the pit at the
yeah,
fucking
then it's
Denny's.
all what the fuck is up Denny's and flying feet.
Rip
Oh,
Denny's.
Rip Denny's.
Denny's sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. Man, I spent some time at that Clarksville Denny's.
Same.
So,
Alright.
It's not the place, it's the memories.
are you all getting food here?
Back to
Awful memories.
I mean, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm trying to eat and probably go back to bed because outside doesn't seem like the greatest place in the world.
I concur.
Yeah, if there's not a lot of people out at night, there's usually reasons in
Yeah.
city.
So,
Plus,
yeah.
Plus, if we sleep twice, we still only have the hotel for a day, so.
I figure I'm gonna ask our
I spent
waiter
all
and
of my
or
money 2
bartender
sessions
about
ago on a cloak.
what's going
Oh,
on,
yeah.
like what
Yeah,
the
well,
deal
I'm
is
also
with
less squishy.
Cantrove and the
Not
evening.
such a rich kid
whenever we
anymore.
get there.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey, we just got into town. Like-
Yeah, there's still someone. There's
much money does
seems
everybody
to be
have
someone
now?
behind the desk still. No problem. If you want to get some
I have quite a
information,
bit.
Yeah.
I've been saving
Uh,
it.
I've got 80.
he leans over to you, sort of just rubbing his head, and he says, "What do you what do you want to know? What, you didn't come here on purpose?"
It's a story, one that you probably don't need, but let's just say I'm new in town, and is there anything to do at night around here, or is it best to just stay inside?
Well,
Seems like a place where there's healthy nightlife, but
depends on what you want to do. You want to rob somebody, or you want to get robbed, or you want to get arrested, or shaken down for your gold. Really?
I vote for none of that.
yeah, approximately none. I was thinking about like a late night diner somewhere.
Got a table right over there.
Sounds like a good idea. I can see by the look on your face.
You want some nightlife? You move on up to the second tier, but down here,
Understood.
yeah.
Yeah, see, when there's a caste system in place, the lower castes don't have life.
Ask him about the shadows.
You ask them about the shadows if you're so damn interested. I don't want to know about it.
I never saw the shadow beast.
They're usually cast when light hits a solid object.
We have
Yeah.
a philosopher.
Not the ones that we saw.
Yeah, but if you mean the
The flying ones with the glowing eyes.
yeah, don't go. You all came out here from the south. You all came. Did you all come here from
The forest.
Cantrell? That's a jungle, sir.
That's the jungle.
Yeah.
But
That's the jungle, sir.
yeah, y'all came here from the jungle.
Yeah.
Fucking lie. Like, forgive me for snooping, but like, well, wait. It is. Y'all choose to go to the jungle too?
Yes.
Fucking go outside. Fucking you all do whatever you want here. Don't listen to me.
No, I want dinner. I want dinner here.
Yeah.
Dinner here feels safe.
Several orders of
Alright.
whatever's for dinner.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Let's.
Yeah.
Go grab a table. I'll send somebody over.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna walk over and grab a table and be like, now what?
You do you.
Bunch of weird little fellas over there.
He
It'd be
eventually
more like
does.
this, probably.
He eventually does send someone over to the table. Very nondescript drow, younger drow gentleman walks over. White hair, dark gray eyes. Just approaches you and says, "What can I get for you?"
Dinner, please. And water.
And a water.
I'll have a dinner and some wine because I'm afraid of the water.
Dinner and wine.
I'll have dinner and water.
Dinner and water.
You guys are gonna get the shits.
So are you?
A dinner, a wine, and the largest cup of ale you have.
Alright, yeah, can do.
Mixing.
One dinner, please.
One dinner. Alright, that's a gold.
No, I'm scared.
That's a gold. That's a gold and 5 silver. That's a gold. That's 2 gold.
You're making a killer here.
Yeah, well, outside keeps making a killing just being outside. So.
And he leaves, and after a little while he comes back, and it's nothing too fancy. It's some it's not bland, but it's not exactly inventive or creative. It's not.
It's no ivory goat.
No, I mean this is you know you could do better out on the camp. You know. With
I absolutely know I can do better. I also absolutely know that if I go out there and fire up a fire, I'm going to get it. So.
But the portion's all right. It's enough food.
Hey, a full enough belly to put me back under is all I need.
The wine's fine. It was corked ages ago, but it's fine.
I mean, as long as the bacteria can't grow in it as well as they can in regular water, we're okay. I don't know if my room has a shitter in it, but...
Your mug of ale is rather large. That might be about the most impressive thing about this entire meal, is when you said the largest mug of ale, they adhered to that.
They brought
and
a
it's
bucket with a handle on it.
It's a little uncomfortable to pick up with one hand from the
bowl.
handle. Like, it's one of those. It's like, you can tell it's like the glass mug itself that they gave you is already heavy, but now filled with this much liquid, it's almost kind of an issue.
It's a pitcher.
It's a little, yeah, it's almost like a pitcher. But
That's all
it's definitely shaped like a mug, straight up and down, big cylinder, large handle, and it's a little awkward, but it's huge mug of ale.
Good enough.
So yeah, you all eat. It's fine. It is now approaching. It's now dusk, I would say at this point. The sun is setting. What would you all like to do?
Sleep till the morning.
Yeah.
I feel like being outside during the night is a terrible idea.
We also still have a point of exhaustion.
Right. Like,
Right.
I'd like to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much have to get
Still
back on
pretty
the
worn
road.
out from the road. It seems like a good idea to maybe lay down and take another good nap.
Okay, so you all are going to spend one full day in Kalnora. Okay.
Well, we also were, we say that, but we're also on a pretty time-sensitive venture, are we not?
We
So
are,
maybe
Yeah, but
travel at night is almost guaranteed suicide.
yeah, we're
That's
gonna get
true.
robbed on our way out of the city and then
And then
killed
eaten by a fucking creature after we leave its walls.
And then an Orthon's gonna crap on our bodies. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we're not in a good spot.
So, yeah, we're just gonna spend another night.
Okay.
Spend the night.
You all spend the night here, and still quite exhausted, waking pretty much only for food to drag yourself down, fill your stomachs, and then drag yourself back to your rooms. You're not charged for another night because you haven't been there for 24 hours. But by dawn the next day, you better believe it. So you all head back to your rooms for your night of sleep.
Sweet.
Perfect.
And unfortunately, the dreams come again. Much the same as your most recent dream this time. But this time, the large cameo of the giant gaping mouth and human face with the ivory arms and a wheel open clawed hands surrounding it on 3 sides has begun to shift and change in the mirror inside of its mouth. It almost seems to be swirling and darkening. And you notice that this time it's not just the pale bald man. There are many red-robed figures surrounding the large altar you saw before.
Those bastards.
And much like the same, his eyes meet your eyes wreathed in flame. And you wake up.
That's uncomfortable.
It is now dawn in the City of Tears. And there are people moving about. You can hear them moving around in the actual hotel itself, in the inn that you are staying in. They're moving throughout the hallway and things. You can hear doors slamming and people moving. What would you all like to do?
Hop about the bed and turn my swag on.
Probably regroup and figure out which way we need to be going.
That is the correct answer.
Hell yeah. Eyeballs.
Jesus.
Just covered in eyeballs. You are horrifying
Yeah.
looking. You are 3 foot tall and you are covered in eyeballs.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Usually. Smooth operator.
There's really no way for anybody to know that, though.
True.
You're all.
I'm really friendly, but I'm also really off-putting.
You're all kind of decked out with a bunch of neat shit, aren't you now?
Yeah.
I just have mariner's armor.
Yeah,
'Cause
not
I keep
really.
losing my stuff.
Yeah, and trading it, and yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm playing the character well, technically, though.
You really are. It's fantastic. Oh, neat. You should have this. Hey, what this? Yeah.
I got a cloak and a great sword and some bracers.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like handing an item to a baby. I'll just take it
it's,
and then slowly hand it off.
Oh, cat drool.
Yeah.
Merman.
it's probably time to push on.
Yeah, we really
We
should.
still have to move on to the, what is it, the last respite, right?
Yeah, we really
And
shouldn't
that's
waste a lot of time
like
here.
2
Yep,
days away,
time.
3 days away,
Yeah.
3
It
days
would have
away.
been 5 days if you'd gone straight through, but if you stopped off in Kalnora, and then because so you're traveling. If you had traveled straight north from the Cantrovian jungle, you would have been 5 days to the last respite. But your path looked a bit more like this because Kalnora sits northwest of the Cantrove.
It's alright. We'll get there quickly, and I'm sure we can arrange some sort of transportation back, and if not, we'll at least hopefully have a bit of an envoy with us, or
Maybe we'll find one of those portals again.
I highly doubt that because it's out of the region, but I'm here for
Seems
it.
like the fastest way to
We should
travel.
probably
We would-
step off as quickly as possible.
It would be helpful to have like that necklace back if we wanted to find the portals, because it glowed when it was near one, and now the gatekeeper has it.
Yeah, well.
How'd that happen?
I'm stupid.
No.
Naive, maybe. Stupid.
Yeah, that's the word.
Stupid, also possibly.
Maybe. I think that things mean stuff when they don't.
So, are you all headed out of the inn?
Yeah.
And as you step out into the streets of Kalnora, it is not busy, but it's not unpopulated.
Well, it's still early.
There's some folks moving around. There's some people sort of sweeping out in front of their homes and in front of their businesses and beginning to set up shop. You're not far from the gate where you came in and found the nearest inn.
Yeah, that's what that means.
It was in fact the nearest inn. Give me a perception check, Finnegan.
Okay.
That's a D12.
Yeah.
It is, you're right.
12.
12. You look up and you notice that across the street and one building closer to the gate, someone is hammering a sign to a building. The sign says, "A closer inn."
Good.
food near me.
Wow.
Wow.
A nice place.
A nice
Very-
restaurant.
A nice restaurant.
A very
yeah.
nice restaurant.
Predatory corporate environment around here, it feels like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's definitely predatory.
So is the land, though. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
So you all begin to make your way back out to the gate, or are you doing anything in town before you go?
I don't think we have time to do anything in town.
Okay. You walk.
Are we leaving the same gate that we came in through? Or are we heading, like, around the ring and out the north?
There is one gate into Calvin.
I was about to say, I
Oh.
don't know that there are.
At least one gate that you know of.
Yeah.
From what you've seen, there is one road in and one road out to
I'm
Calvin.
gonna be honest with you. I'm not interested in spending.
Give me a history check
Look, we're really bad about losing hours.
with advantage. Yes.
Can I
Give me a
look at-
history check with advantage.
Could I look at the map?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a dirty 20.
This is a heavily fortified city. The way that this city is set up with its walls, its moat, and its entrance, you get the idea that this city is set up to. This is a siege city.
Yeah.
This is a city that can withstand a siege for a long time. With the war that's happened here, you get the idea that that this city was put here directly across from Jevela and built this way strictly as a defensive purpose. Which is why it has its enormously high walls, which is why it has its moat out front, which is why it has the large drawbridge, the enormous gate that's barely cracked open. You can tell that this city was, and there's even ramparts on the walls and towers placed every so often that are manned at all times that you've noticed. You know that this city was built with defense in mind. So you're probably pretty sure that, yeah, there might be another entrance or exit to the city, but it's probably not even open.
Okay.
Plus, I'd hate to lose a half a day walking across the city that we don't need to. We're really good at losing hours in this.
It's true.
We like to dilly and dally.
Oh, the dallying's the best.
It is.
Well, we kind of didn't lose very much because we walked for those 2 nights.
Yeah, but then we slept for an entire day.
Yeah, which means we should be right on track.
You know, we better be right on track because we need to go.
Let's go.
All right, you all head out.
Let's mosey.
Let's take violence on the road.
You make your way towards the main gate and begin to head out.
Do we see the guard?
Give me a perception check. Anyone that is looking for this guard, give me a perception check.
Damn.
17.
6. I don't see shit.
11.
18.
11.
You two see him. He's there again.
Yeah, he works there.
Okay.
I am gonna ask him. Well, I'm gonna ask him to give the necklace, but like, if he's the guy that got the necklace the other day.
Yeah, it's that guard.
It's that card.
Yeah.
Does he have it on? Does he? I'd like to just ask him to give it back. It was really special to my friend, and I think you should give it back. We'll compensate you, of course, but we would like to have the necklace back.
This is 500 gold.
I don't think you understand.
No, I don't think you understand. 500 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna roll an intimidation check.
Go for it.
12, 13, 14, 16.
16. Yeah, no, as he just kind of steps back a bit and he kind of puts a hand on his sword and he says, "Let's not get hasty here. 350.
It's highway robbery.
You wanted to get into the city. Now you're coming back to me, telling me that you need this thing back that you gave to me. You handed it to me. I said credentials. I held it in my hand. You put it in my hand. I took it. You went in the city.
And that's fair.
And now it's a problem.
It's not a problem. There's not any problems here.
350 gold.
Can I
It's the
try
best
and
I
cast
can
Charm
do.
Person?
Yeah, go for it. There's another guard
Oh no!
on the other side of, just to let you know, like there are 2 guards here posted.
Maybe
at
you
the
should
front.
charm that one. Put on your little lipstick.
So,
Wait.
Zilgrim, that's the best I can do.
Where's
I
my
can
money at?
I can do
I'm
this.
thinking.
I can use a
300
second level
I'm
slot
calculating.
and target an additional creature.
Savings.
As
Okay.
long as they're within 30 feet of each other.
Oh yeah. They're within 30 feet of
Okay,
each
so
other.
I'll use a second level slot and I'll try and charm both of them.
Okay.
They have to make wisdom saving throws.
They have to make wisdom saving throws. Let's
Hope you rolled
do
wisdom
this.
for this guard that
Let's fucking
exists.
do this. I actually do.
Excellent.
Don't you worry.
Wait, so how do I...
Impressive.
They both fail tremendously.
Okay. Perfect. That makes it easy.
It doesn't matter what your spell save DC is. They both fail tremendously.
Perfect.
So yeah, you guys charm person. How long does charm person last?
6 years.
You're gonna be married to one of them.
They're following you around like a lost puppy.
You're in like your 4th anniversary.
1 hour. Okay. All right. Cool. So you cast charm person. What do you say?
I'd be like, hey, look.
Hey, yeah, that lady's scary, and she's trying to take something that was given to me.
I've seen her eat someone's head.
It happens.
I would give it back if I were you. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm just telling you as your friend.
That's terrifying.
I think you should give it back, and we should all just move on from this.
Wash our hands
He pulls
of
it
the
out
whole
and he says,
situation.
"You give it back." And the other guard just kind of looks around. You see the other guard. He's just like peeking around the door a bit, like listening in and looking. And eventually, like you feel him like on your shoulder. Hey, man.
I'm tiny, dude.
Oh yeah, he's all the way
tiny,
leaned down.
dude.
Like, the guard's in full armor. He's got a sword. And he's like leaned down, like he's like, "Hey, man,
Hey.
did she really eat some?"
Yes, I would get out of here.
Come on. Yeah, they both go. They just
look
both
at
go.
him and go, rawr.
Yeah, they're gone. They're just like, no, all right, cool. All right, we're gonna leave.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna put my necklace back on.
Fast as possible.
Okay,
Let's
mine.
fucking beat Street.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of
Okay.
here.
So yeah.
I did not.
We're
You can
leaving.
hear one
It's gonna-
shout as you all start running away. Thanks, friend. Be careful.
We didn't even have to spend any money.
Hey, good guys. Good guys.
Great guy. You know,
Finnegan.
I had a
Finnegan,
poor-
that was.
I had a poor opinion.
I was
him
gonna
at
have to
first.
eat that guy's head.
That could have gone so much better.
You really didn't seem to mind the last
That was
time.
pretty good work for us.
I was like before Gorna stepped up, I was gonna try to persuade because I get a +6 in that.
I got a +4 in intimidation.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, you all begin to beat feet out of the City of Tears.
Yeah, we don't need to be around here right now.
No.
No, I feel like I've said that a couple times this campaign.
I feel really smug. I'm just walking around
I
like
bet your
really,
little
really,
ass
really
does.
happy. Just got a little pep in my step.
So you all make your way back out. As you make your way back out of Kalnora, the line is there again. It's just as long as it was when you all showed up last time. These are different people in line from the day before, obviously, but they are all still in line, all with their buckets, lined up at the same larger tent there at the edge near the road.
You think there's like a big fish in there and they're all just like keeping it alive?
I'd almost,
Just a one
I-
big fish.
if I had to guess, I would say that there's probably
The
a
water
cleric in there
cats.
blessing the water, but that may be
Or
their daily
casting
ration.
purifying water.
it. That may be their daily ration. Of course, there's really only one way to find out is to go in there. But like I said before, we're real good at
I was gonna
losing
say we
hours.
don't have time
we
to
don't
stand
have
in
a
line
fast
with
pass.
buckets.
We should get out of here.
Yeah, we can't cut to the front of the line, so.
Maybe later we can investigate. Not today.
Yeah, if we don't die.
Yeah.
We have an agenda, and it's not let's figure out what's happening with these buckets.
It's a great mystery.
Buckets are really interesting, but
Great
like
water.
You ain't wrong.
I love a good bucket.
Hey, who doesn't? You'd have to be some kind of weirdo.
Let's see. Go ahead. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Very nice. Oh, dude, that's way
Ooh, a 7.
17.
10.
19.
17 and 19.
Stop bragging.
You both notice that every now and again there is someone leaving the tent with an equally full bucket of water.
Okay.
They're not dumping it when I fish in there.
That was a good guess, though, buddy.
Just an orca in there.
That's what I'm like. There's like a
Keeping
whale
this
in
big
there.
crab alive.
Big shrimp.
No,
Big shrimp, yeah.
No,
It's a 4 foot
they're-
long
Oh,
shrimp.
hail the water bug.
The jumbo shrimp, some call it.
you see, there are 2 tanks in there. They pour the water from the moat in one tank and take the water from the other tank back out.
Perfect.
But they're connected.
It's
But
flawless.
yeah, but they're connected.
It's like those recycling containers with the 2 holes that go to the same.
So you all begin to make your way north to the last respite, and you begin to notice pretty well immediately that the landscape just outside and north of Kalnora is much, much more hospitable.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hostile. I
No.
was just going to stand the fuck up and go to bed. I'm
Much more
tired.
hospitable than the
Gen Con
land
kicked my ass and I don't have the
to
energy
the
for
south.
this.
These particular plains, you can tell it's much of the same landscape, but this landscape doesn't seem to be scarred like the landscape to the south. It is dotted with small villages and farms across the rolling plains. They do seem to be populated. There are farm animals. There are crops being grown. This seems like it will be a much, much safer journey than your previous one.
That's
However,
However,
you are being hunted,
Sure.
and you all know this.
absolutely. There's nothing really casual about anything.
It
we're
looms
doing.
over us always.
It does. So,
It's really harsh on my vibes.
we're going to go ahead and do group survival checks. Absolutely.
I sell these.
Luckily enough, it's not going to be a very high DC because, like I said, this is
Good.
and at what kind of pace or what kind of rate are you all traveling at?
I'd imagine briskly, but not like breakneck. Not strenuous, but definitely not. Not. There's no time to stop and smell the flowers, as one would say.
Steady but careful, I guess.
Steady
Okay.
and forward, yeah.
Okay. You're not rushing. You're not trying to.
Yeah.
You're not trying to hurry.
I don't want to
your
build up more
destination.
points of exhaustion, you know. But
Right. No. Nothing. No. Not quite like that.
Basically, like standard pace, probably.
Okay.
Slightly faster
Yeah,
than
slightly.
standard.
standard.
little faster than standard.
Purposefully forward.
Okay.
We're not going to stop for lunch. We're going to eat
As we
fucking
walk.
hardtack as we go.
Right. Okay. So, what are your survival checks?
17.
5.
14.
10.
10. 5. First day of travel's rough.
I bet it is. We were
Not-
in those plush, very comfortable beds last
Yeah,
night.
it's not rough because it's difficult travel. It's rough because you're feeling a bit more comfortable now. You're not really moving. All right, we'll go at a nice brisk pace, and that should be great. And then you start going, and you're like, it's actually really nice out.
I mean, yeah.
And why rush? Like we did good. We ran through the night. You know, we were making good time. Why bother to rush?
Oh, you know, just the huge clock over our head.
It's all right.
There's a clock over your head?
You'll make it. You got plenty of time. I need another group survival check, please.
Oh, much better.
18.
17.
13.
Hey, 22.
22. Finnegan,
See?
you of all of the people, you living out in
The
in the world, in the woods for a while too, has given you a bit of it jostles your memory a bit. You remember why you picked the woods.
Yeah.
Because the woods are pretty easy to disappear in.
Yeah.
Even in a populated field, a field is still pretty damned hard to hide in.
True.
You also remember reading a bit about orthons in that fiendish book that was gifted to you by Dalrin.
Yeah.
And about how they are avid hunters, avid trackers. Maybe you should pick up the pace just a bit. So this day goes, you will make up a little bit more ground this day with the gentle reminder of Quinrin that these things are probably already on your heels. Or, I'm sorry, the gentle reminder from Finnegan, yes, that these things are already on your heels.
Dang. It's like when you're.
They're back in our hotel room stabbing
Right,
the beds.
yeah.
Like in Lord of the Rings.
So I need one more group survival check.
Don't biff it. Oh, I biffed it.
14.
13.
12.
16.
8.
8, 13, and 12.
Beefos.
And what was the other one? Was there a 14 in there somewhere?
It
Yeah.
sure was. That was
And a
mine.
16.
16's alright.
Oh, come on, 14's one of my best rolls yet.
It's just not that great, unfortunately.
It's the best I got.
Your last day of travel is a little bit difficult because so far you haven't found a place to stay. For most of this trip, you've been able to sleep in either someone's barn, who lets you sleep in there overnight so you're not exposed to the elements or whatever. One people they put you the second night. They put you in a bar. Or the second night, someone even had a cabin a little ways out that you all stayed in, just a little ways off from their main house. But this night, you're having trouble finding anyone that has any sort of room for you all. So it seems like you're going to have to camp outside.
That seems good.
It's not the first time. Probably won't be the last time.
Alright. Yeah. So I guess we'll set up camp.
Set up.
Alright. Y'all light a
Watch
bonfire
list.
this night?
No.
We're on an open field. That seems like a great way to get.
That's
Hit.
literally how the hobbits got caught.
Yeah, they were also cooking delicious food that smelled from really far because the wind was blowing.
Yep.
Nice crispy bacon.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was bacon that got them all caught.
Catch me with some bacon.
You don't light the fire, but you do make a small camp.
Yep. Or
Very small.
Did you take Lehman's tiny hut as a spell?
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't use that.
I don't know why you wouldn't either. I was just kind of curious.
Because we leveled up at the end of the session last week, and then
Yeah,
I
you
went to
did.
GenCon.
Yeah, you did.
I literally worked for like 4.5 minutes that week. Decided I was done with that. Left there
Yep.
and went to GenCon. Yeah, we got LTH, so I will LTH us a perfectly safe,
Gentle, friendly reminder from your DM.
nearly
This game's
impenetrable
really
fortress.
cool, and this game's full of super cool spells.
I need to pull those 2 cards.
So,
so,
Quinrin shows you all a brand new trick that night.
Yeah, look at this.
And suddenly, a dome forms around Quinrin, and he disappears. You can't see him. All you can see is basically through to the other side. This just invisible pocket that Quinrin has disappeared into.
I step forward and put my hand where Quinrin was.
Do you allow Garuk to
It'd be funnier
It's
if
totally
I
up
didn't.
to you.
It'd
That's
be
it. It's-
way
it's
funnier
creatures
if I
you
didn't.
choose are allowed up to 10. I believe it's up to 10 creatures you choose. 10 medium.
9 creatures of
9.
medium. can fit inside the dome with me.
With you,
So it's
yeah.
10 total.
So it's and it's 10 total, and it's creatures you choose.
I
So
choose,
do
yeah.
you let Garuk into Leomund's tiny hut,
Absolutely.
into Quinrin's tiny dome?
I do.
Okay. You put your hand in it, it disappears.
QTD.
I keep moving forward.
You pass through, and you see Quinrin standing there in the middle of this dome that you can actually see. You can see the inside of the dome now that you've stepped into it. What does the inside of the dome look like?
It's the very beginnings of what would be my my crazy wizard that lives in the woods hut. There's it appears to be a stone floor. It's very cozy inside. I choose to keep the climate inside just a little bit chilled.
It's climate control.
It is
So
absolutely.
you got that central air.
The hut is dry and comfortable at all times, and it surrounds you on
all
every
sides
direction
above.
and above.
Oh, I'm gonna go in. That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm following right behind.
That sounds
You all step
relaxing as
right
hell.
in, and so yeah, you step in, and it appears that there's a stone floor. There is not. When you step on it, you still feel plush grass as you step on
Plush
it.
grass, yeah.
But it appears to be a stone floor, and the walls. What's the inside of the walls of the dome look like when you step in?
Right.
You can.
Like, are
they
there
will-
paintings?
So
What
it'll
you
be
got?
it'll be a bit translucent because you can see through the dome,
It's,
but it
it's
does
almost like
maintain
looking through a scrying stone or into a scrying orb.
Okay.
And everything's kind of distorted around the edges, not exactly centered on where you look. It's got a very faint, like pink purple hue to it, and it stays usually dimly lit on the inside.
So it feels like we're in a pocket too, basically.
It's a lot like being in my magic electric pocket. Yes.
The electric pocket.
Super cool bar.
I was gonna say it sounds like a great place to go dance.
Yeah.
Almost as fun as the slippery noodle inn.
Almost. You all are now within this strange dome that Quinrin has created. Big stretch.
So yeah, we have a nice little safe place. We're pretty much
It's pretty sweet.
yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah,
good.
this is
so
pretty neat.
if you want to tuck in and
Good
go
trick.
to bed, go ahead.
Yeah, good call.
Um,
Going to bed.
If you
So we
like.
don't need to take watches in this thing.
Nah.
Not if you don't want to. The way it works is you cannot see into the tiny hut,
And you obviously can't
Oh,
enter
yeah.
unless he
but you
allows
can
I-
see out.
I know. That
What
was
if
Farouk
somebody-
asking.
No,
What if
we're
something bumps into it? What happens? Nothing?
Uh,
Do they just get freaked out?
it hits like a solid wall.
it hits it hits a force field.
Oh, okay.
A magical
a
barrier.
bird.
So
flies
yeah,
into
we're
it.
just
Right.
occasionally going to hear
Yep.
birds. Ding.
Right, or like bats hitting it in the
Across the
night.
top.
Very much the
One of the
dome
shadow
over
things
Springfield in the
flies
Simpsons
into
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a,
Or the television hit, The Dome.
the
The
dome.
dome.
Yes.
That was a terrible show and terrible book.
Was that a hit?
I don't know. I doubt it. I didn't watch it.
I was gonna say, like, has anyone here even seen it?
I know
Yes.
stupid people
Oh.
watched it because my
And-
mom and stepdad loved it.
Like the same people
Dang.
that watch that Yellowstone show now.
Fair. So, you all go to. You all can now just go to sleep in
Yeah.
the dome.
Yeah, let's
Um,
do
Let's
that.
do that.
And you do. By the way, your all of your exhaustion is gone. If in case nobody has gotten rid. Oh yeah, you spent the second
We
night
spent a
there.
second
Okay,
night.
yeah.
We spent a second. There was.
Just making sure you all got
We
rid
weren't
of that.
toying with anything.
So you spend the night in Quinrin's magical pocket dome, Quinrin's electric pocket,
That's it.
and yeah, in the quep, and
Shot that.
it's the morning comes without any bother. Nothing bothers you throughout the night. You are safely, you sleep safely in the dome. You do not get any dreams this night, much like the last couple of nights that you've
Oh,
been
thank
moving.
goodness I
It's
could
much
use a good
preferred.
night's sleep.
All right.
As Garuk wakes up, he's gonna look like through the walls of the dome, like just scan the horizons before exiting the dome.
Give me a perception check.
Quick ocular pat down.
Nat 20, so 22.
22. So the sun doesn't hit Cetera at dawn the same way it hits most of the rest of the world, because it is surrounded by mountains on almost all sides. So there's actually a little less time in the day every day because of the mountains that surround it. But you are beginning to see the sun, the red glow of the morning sun peeking over the mountains and illuminating the large open fields of Kalnora. And it looks peaceful. It looks like any other day, which is a little comforting to you and a little bleak. Because you know that even while the mist is settling on these farms and these people are living their lives like they would every other day, because to them nothing has changed, not too far away, the fate of Cetera is being decided. And the rest of you begin to awaken as Garuk pans the horizon. We're going to take a quick break.
Hell yeah.
So, you all wake up in the morning feeling pretty well, actually.
I was gonna say, like P. Diddy.
No. Feeling pretty well, actually.
Aw.
Because the second half of this trip has gone pretty well according to plan. Since you left Kalnora, things seem to have gotten better. And after a short bit of travel, you do finally reach what you believe to be the last respite. A hamlet of a town. It's quite pretty. All of the roofs are made of a sort of like red clay tile. And the houses are scattered throughout in a bit of a valley. And they think almost like a Swiss town, nestled in between a couple of large hills. The landscape is beautiful. There's a river that runs through the middle of the town, and eventually down past the southern part of the mountain, and off to the east. So you all begin to approach this lovely little hamlet of a town. Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's decent.
9.
12.
14.
7.
23.
23. Quinrin.
Phew, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. We got lucky.
Someone please see something.
The dice haven't been super good to me today. It's been sporadic. It's like, here's a teen. 13.
Quinrin, you notice that off towards the eastern side of the city, against the mountain, there seems to be a path cut up the side of the mountain. And as you scan the path and follow it up, your eyes eventually come upon a large stone fort that hangs off the side of the mountain.
Almost like it would have to be the last respite. Or not the last respite, but the
Precipice Fort.
The fort up on the precipice.
On the precipice.
I'm going to use my
It
wizardly
is-
deduction.
You realize that where you are standing now, you are looking down quite a ways into the village and up even further to the fort. So, you're pretty sure you are exactly where you need to be. You know you need to get up to Precipice Fort to meet with the Vulcan Authority.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem to have made it. As you head down into the valley, there are people out and about. The town is bustling. It's moving about. Everyone seems, honestly, that you pass, they seem to be going about their business just fine. People don't seem to be. They're not miserable here. They're not. No one seems to be too awful wealthy either. But it seems to be a quaint little town.
Nice. That's much more chill than where we've been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite a bit.
I get the itchy feeling this place is going to be a smoky crater before we leave.
Yeah, we should probably head up to the Precipice Fort and start this whole envoy process.
Yes.
Yeah, there's really no time to waste and no reason to waste any time. So, let's go do it.
Let's trek on up there.
Yep. Onward and upward.
Okay. You all march your way through the small hamlet to the base of the mountain and begin to make your way up the side of the mountain. You walk for quite a while. It's a bit of a daunting mountain. You hike for, I should say, because this is a bit of a hike. Even though the path up the mountain is cobblestoned, up to a certain point. You can tell like there is a road here. It's built for travel up to a certain point. Because as you follow this road for a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, it eventually, as you wind your way up the side of the mountain, stops being cobblestone and is just dirt path, just rough path up the side of the mountain. It's worn flat. You can tell it's heavily traveled, or at least it was at one point very heavily traveled.
Okay, so we're not going to have to lift Zilgrim over some rocks.
No.
No, just very much the county stopped paying for the road, so now it's just dirt.
Not quite. Zilgrim, give me a nature check.
Seven.
7. Yeah, it's the
nature.
end of the road. You're not really sure why the road just ends right away, but after a little bit more travel, you figure it out pretty quickly.
What are we fighting?
Snakes.
It's getting cold.
Oh.
I was about to ask, is there like snow or anything?
There is snow.
The weather.
Because you asked, I won't have you roll a perception check or anything. Yes, you notice there is snow now on either side of the trail, and some of it on the path itself. You get the idea that, yeah, the road stops being cobblestone here because if it were to continue, it'd just be slick.
Cool.
So,
We're gonna get chased by a damn
Yeti.
troll.
It's for sure a Yeti, yeah.
I feel like we're climbing to High Rothgar right now.
it's
And there
beginning
is
to
a
get cold.
troll on the way to High Rothgar.
There is. The mountain is beginning to get
We
cold.
saw a dope high Rothgar at GenCon.
You all travel for quite a bit.
It was pretty close,
It was.
What are you all wearing?
Sleeves.
Robes and a cloak, because that's what I have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And my vestments and a
leather
hood.
clothes, a cloak, and
And I guess I would have my armor. Chilly metal armor.
It's starting to get quite cold for all of you. Most of the
Yeah.
places here in Cetera are quite the opposite of the climate you're experiencing now. Galen being warm sands and soft ocean breezes, Cantrove being the humid, dense jungle. Even the Rind isn't cold, even with its stone beach and its ocean spray. It's not cold. None of it's been until now. It's getting cold. So you all travel for a couple more hours in the cold. Everybody roll a d20.
Should have brought my Carhartt.
Just roll a flat d20 for me.
11.
I'm gonna die.
Did anybody get a 1?
No. I got a 17.
Did anybody get below a 5?
Dead.
Instantly dead.
Halfling sickle.
What'd you get, Finnegan? 4. Finnegan.
It's okay. I can bring you back.
He lost a toe.
I can
I
carry.
was gonna say, like, if
I
I lose
can
a finger
carry
or something.
I know how to do that. I know how to make you not die.
It's
That's good.
That's a handy trick.
I can't bring back your appendages though. Just keep that in mind.
this is becoming unbearable. You're
It's so cold.
it's cold. You've had to get on boats. You haven't been back in the woods in forever. Now you're on the side of a damn mountain.
Your toes probably hurt.
This really sucks.
Numb thingies.
Yeah.
Oh no, numb thingies. Hate numb thingies.
And you're starting to wonder, is this worth it? But you shake that off pretty quickly, and you shake it off. It's, you know it's worth it. You know you have to continue with this.
Afforded me mama.
You do know that you are going to get to see your mom soon. Hopefully soon.
If we don't all die.
If you don't all die.
Pirate mom.
So I must press on.
So
And his new
It
stepdad.
isn't killing me, so it's making me
I
stronger.
forgot about that.
So you all travel for another probably 2 or 3 hours. At this point, you can start. You can see the fort above you. You know that you're getting close to it at this point.
So close.
Hey, everyone,
yet
to go
so
ahead and
far.
roll a d20 again, please. Did anyone get a 1?
I don't roll those.
Did anyone get below a 5? Okay. It's cold and miserable, but you do manage to trudge on. There's no problem. Until you do finally make it to Precipice Fort. It's cold, the wind is blowing harshly, and a guard stands at the gate. He's dressed in very similar attire to the Vulcan Authority that you saw before. However, he is draped in a black, thick black cloak with the sort of gray and white fur that lines the whole thing. Very thick fur. It looks like he's
Snazzy.
set for this.
We bear news from Cantrove.
Excuse me.
Oh no, he's sick.
Forgive me, it's cold.
Yeah, we know.
3 DM points for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Inspiration.
He says,
Don't give him that. He'll use it against us.
says, what news bear you?
Well,
Bad ones.
not a lot of great news.
Can we go inside? It's really cold.
We were sent here as an envoy from the. I'm very tired. What is
From
the?
cave.
What are the names of the cat
He
people?
says, cave.
The tabaxi.
The Tabaxi.
What word have you from cave?
He needs people.
Yeah. Shit's going down.
Things are bad.
Shit's going down.
Shit's popping off, bro.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. You two, both of you.
Persuasion?
Yes.
19.
23.
Yeah, he says,
We envoyed
Good.
so good just now.
well, good, come in, quickly.
Yeah, thank you.
And,
My toes appreciate it.
There it is.
He leads you into the doors open. He leads you into the precipice fort.
I said the right thing this time.
Yeah, and you said it good. He leads you into the precipice fort, and as you follow him for a while, you're starting to get a little bit of a layout of this place. It is all stone. There are large rugs that line most of the corridors and hallways. They seem to be made of some sort of large animal, and they stretch for quite a ways. And where one ends, there's a small gap, and another one begins. You can tell that there's also large tapestries, thick, heavy tapestries that adorn the walls of this fort. You can tell that a lot of this has been put in to try and keep any sort of heat inside of this place that they can. Being up here, being cold all the time, and the fort being made of stone, they needed some sort of insulation. So there are lots of rugs, lots of tapestries that hang. Some of them, you notice as you pass one of them, is massive. It's easily 75 feet across as you walk past it. It's also thick and heavy, and it stretches from the ceiling to almost maybe this far from the floor as it hangs. And it's a mural, and you can see on one end, as you begin to walk, there is a battle that is raging. There are dwarf, there are tabaxi, and there are all manner of monsters. And then as it pans on and goes further, there are tabaxi standing up from a field of what appears to be dead, joined by several dwarves that are carrying artifacts from this field. They make a line to when you get to the middle of the tapestry of the mountain, and you can see at the top of the mountain there is a tabaxi and a dwarf, both casting something over the side of the mountain. One of them is some sort of red gem, and the other one is something that looks quite familiar. It's an oval shape with 3 hooks that come out of either side of it. And then as you pass further on down the tapestry towards the other end, there's a line that leads back out of it, and it shows a large jungle scene, and coming up out of the jungle are 2 large mountains, 2 twin mountains, with large symbols of Moradin, the Allhammer, inside of each of the mountains. And that is the end of the tapestry that you pass. And about that time, you get to a door. And he pushes open the door. And on the other side, you see a large table with Feather and Gully sitting at it. You see an obvious member of the Vulcan Authority who you do not recognize, sitting in the middle of at the middle of the table. To the left of the person in the middle is Feather and Gully. To the left of them are seated 3 dwarves, and to the right are 3 open chairs. As you all enter the room, the tabaxi that let you all in says, "They come bearing news from Cantrove. I believe this is the envoy." And right about then, Feather and Gully look at you all a bit confused.
Situation is quite dire. a gate, a teleportation gate, was opened from one of the Tabaxi's ruins directly into the heart of the city. Demons are starting to appear. We volunteered to come as the envoy from the Tabaxi because they don't have the bodies to send. It was this, or we could run a reconnaissance mission to the back gate of Jevela. And we're letting them do that while we came to speak to you.
They're already the Tabaxi in the middle, who you don't recognize, an older Tabaxi speaks up and he says they've already begun to mobilize.
They didn't have a choice. It was more reactionary than offensively.
This is bad news. How long ago was this?
It has been 6 days.
And you see the three dwarves, stand up as the one who appears to be a little bit higher ranked than the other two, both stand up. And he says, if that's the case, then we must go. And we must go now.
I don't disagree.
And the Tabaxi you don't recognize says, I do not either. Please, make haste. And the three dwarves begin to march out, and they march past you. They don't look at you. They don't address you. They just go.
They're just on their way.
They just...
No, we don't need them. We need them.
They leave. About that time, Feather and Gully stand up as well. And they look over and they nod to the Tabaxi in the middle. And they step out and they say, all right, so... Gully looks at you and says, so? What's your move? What's next?
We need to help them.
Yeah.
See this
My
through.
vote is to head down and fight.
We started a war. This is us.
Good. Follow me. And he leads you all out to another room outside of the room that you were in, another room off to the side, and he slaps a map down on a table. And he begins to show you, he says, all right, so if they're going over the plateau, we're going to go around. First things first, we're leaving straight from here, we're going to Galen. We're hitching a ride in Galen, we're going to get on a ship. We're going to find our way to that back entrance, too, because I think that's about the only way anybody's getting in there, unless you all want to go fight head-on to a bunch of big fucking army. That ain't for me. We're going around the back way, too, but we're getting on a ship. You got a ship? Remember something about a ship?
He had a ship.
Not really sure where it is right
We
now.
have a pop-up boat.
Kind of lost it.
We had a simulated coup in order to keep us in the jungle before they escorted us out
Where do you think he took your ship?
to his mom.
He told me where his ship was. Let me commune with my thoughts for a moment.
He says, all right, well, if you don't have a ship,
I know where it is.
Where?
I don't want to out him to everyone here.
what is this? Is it close?
I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Can you get a hold of him?
Maybe. No.
Maybe no.
All right,
Well, you should probably just tell him where it is.
Yeah, he might be able to get word.
Okay. It's called Dark Toe Island.
you kiss that ship goodbye. Are you serious right now? It's on Dark Toe Island? That ship's gone.
Okay.
What the hell in the hell?
They left
We
it
don't-
on
I
cinder
told
blocks.
you.
We don't, all right, we don't have time.
I told you.
We don't have time. Look, okay, we've got a trip to Galen that we need to make. We need to make it soon. But all right, here's the deal. When we get to Galen, I have a favor I can call in. It's the closest place where we can get to, and I can call it. The owner of the Alberon Moving Company owes me a little bit of a favor. So,
We're familiar with them.
oh, you know the owner too.
Kind of, sort
We're
of.
in pretty good graces with the moving company, I would say.
Oh, okay, done some work for him here and there.
Return some lost property.
They really appreciate that. You know, they move around a lot of stuff, and I mean, look, I'm not gonna
Fire
say
snakes need put in cages.
they drop things. It happens when you don't ask questions. What do you want? Anyway,
What do you?
Feather speaks up and she says, "We just need to get moving soon to Galen. We're going to catch a ship there. He's going to take us around to the back of Jevela, or he's going to shit his pants and laugh at us. So, just depends. We're asking a bit of a big deal here, which is why we asked you if you had a ship first. But to Galen it is. I think that's our best and only option."
Seems like what we have to do. I guess I'm pretty much ready to go now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe
Alright,
if you had some
get
pants I
back to
could
the
borrow.
warm.
Got anything fleece lined?
Yeah, I could
I'll just
definitely
cling to
deal with a
someone
pair
like
of
a
furry
koala
boots.
and we'll share body heat.
I'll just carry you like a backpack under my cloak.
I was about to say you can get under my cloak, over my robe.
Like
We can
a
share
hand
the hood.
warmer.
We can be like my little 3 kobolds in a trench coat mini.
Okay, so you all begin to leave Precipice Fort post haste. Feather and Gully are ready to go. So you make haste from Precipice Fort. They are quite familiar with the roads, as are you now, from here to Galen. You have come pretty close to this place before already. So these are well-traveled roads.
We are rambling men.
Feather and Gully know these roads incredibly well. They came from here to Galen to find you all a little while back. So your travel goes relatively unimpeded.
Good.
You make it back to Galen, no problem. After just a couple of days' travel, you enter into the city of Galen and its white sandstone and gold shining buildings.
So you're doing the
Yeah. I mean, whatever has to
Yeah.
happen. I
So
guess.
what's going on?
every minute he's going to use the minor illusion to change my shape,
Okay.
like we did the last time.
Somebody may or may not still be a person of interest.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I have been here like 2 weeks.
Make perception checks.
No.
19.
20.
19,
Sick.
20.
15.
Yeah.
23.
absolutely. 23. Oh, yeah, Group's picture's still up. He's wanted for sure.
I mean, what else would they have going on?
They haven't found you yet, and you've been AWOL for quite some time, and they're still looking.
I've sent messages.
Yeah.
They don't seem to care about those.
Sending messages isn't following orders.
I bet my first sergeant would have loved hearing from me. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm still alive. I just don't feel like coming to work today." For 2
Oh
months. in a
no!
row.
Like the last couple of messages were updates on.
The last thing he
Leads.
told you was to report to him, and you did not.
That's very true. That's so very
Instead,
true.
you sent him a letter that said, "I am going here," which is not what he told you to do. So, you're AWOL. And you're also disguised, luckily enough.
I'm making you really ugly.
Doesn't matter.
Because it's funny.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter? Not in jail. Is there anything you all want to do while you're here in Galen, or are you just following...
We have a
No.
pit. Olive pit.
we have a job to do. We don't
You're
really
right.
have.
You're right.
We could get some takeout from the olive.
You're right. Well,
I think we should just go straight to the ship.
That's probably fine.
I think we're going to the Alberon Moving Company from here.
Well, yeah.
So, you all enter into Galen, and you follow Feather and Gully to the Alberon Moving Company. And they walk in, and I believe you know the man at the Alberon Moving Company in Galen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the was he the gnomish guy, I believe?
Oh, man, you're talking about like session
It's the
3
guy
stuff.
we gave the
Hold on.
puzzle box to. I know that.
Yeah,
Session
yeah,
6,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah. It's been a minute. It's been a minute
I did
since
not
you all have been
note.
back to Galen.
I did not note who it was.
Albrecht. Donda.
Yeah.
This is Donda. Manager. Older. Half-elf. Balding. Large mustache. You've approached and he says, "Oh, hey, it's you guys again. Hey there, how y'all doing there? Welcome on back. You got some more lost merchandise you got to turn in? I'd really appreciate it."
No, not this time.
Eh, well, that's a shame. That's all right. I see you brought these two with you. That's great. Looks like it's going to be more free work if I'm not mistaken. And Feather and Gully go, trust me. Gully says, "Look, man, this one's really important, so you just gotta bear with us on this. Like, I know we ask a lot of you a lot of the times, but like you're the closest one to us, and we gotta lean on you. And like, I'll buy you a drink." He says, "Yeah, I've heard that one. What do you need?" And he goes on to explain that shit's coming to a screeching halt because the world might be coming to an end here soon, and we were hoping you could go grab the owner and his ship and have him meet us here in Galen. And he absolutely agrees. He sends out a cart that is able to move much faster than you all are, and he says he'll be back tomorrow.
It seems like a good time.
One day to the Rhine and one day back. It's a hell of a lot quicker than you all could make the trip.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys ride like scalded dogs.
So, out he goes. You all have one day in Galen. Feather and Gully say, "All right, we'll meet at the docks." She says, "Tomorrow," and he says, "Yeah, like, I don't know, noon-ish." And she says, "First thing in the morning."
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
First thing in the morning.
So, you all have a day in Galen.
Well, we could visit Honeybottoms, but I don't think it's in business anymore.
It's
It's
not.
Probably like
We-
a fucking
He was
Dollar
in
General or
the
something
tiered
now.
city.
Yeah, he was in the
Allegedly.
tiered city that we didn't explore at all.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say, you're just trying to go back to the scene of our crimes from our evil arc.
I don't want to go into fidget honey bombs.
There's also Amber Enchantments.
That's true.
And there's the Smithy. If anybody needs any smithying done.
I feel like we should probably get this dude hidden.
We
Yeah.
should go to the Hulk pit.
Like,
Yeah.
probably most literally. Hopefully we're still in decent standing there. Hopefully it's still standing. The last time we were in the Olive Pit, it was on fire.
No, last time we were there, the fire was out.
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
was just
we
scorched and
walked
smelled
in,
like
it
smoke.
was on fire, and then we left after it was no longer on fire. But the last time we were there, it was on fire. At least for a little bit.
At least for a little bit.
A lot longer than I was comfortable with.
So, yeah.
So that might be worth a shot.
Anything-
Plus, we might be able to get a hold of our ship. Theoretically, if somebody could get a hold of somebody, you know.
I mean, we're back in Galen. I'd at least like to try to see if Moray's in town.
Whoa, what a coincidence, because if you could get a hold of her and she could contact her dad about our boat, maybe something would happen with that.
Shit.
Also, her dad said that he wanted to tell her he loved her, but that's like a side note. The ship is way more important.
I'm gonna agree with this one only because, like, telling her he loves her doesn't end the world. Getting the ship back
Also, it
and
doesn't
killing...
make him president.
I mean, it really doesn't.
Your dad misses you.
Yeah, your dad misses you. I mean, he's not going to stop being a pirate, but he misses you.
So we're heading to the
They all
We're
say
going to
that.
the pit.
Yes.
And we're
Yeah,
keeping
that's where we're
him
going.
disguised.
So you make your way back to the olive pit. You walk into the front, and the building has been patched up.
Good.
It's not, it seems like it still might be a little bit under repairs, but it seems like there's no leaks, there's no gaping holes or anything like that. The smell of smoke is almost gone from the building. Everything seems to be pretty well in order,
That's
as
beautiful.
best as it can be in just a couple of weeks.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Is it the same concierge?
We've met a couple.
Well, the snooty dude.
Yes, it is the exact same snooty dude.
He knows what we're here
And he
for.
looks at you, and he looks back down.
Of course he does.
Our friend.
Your toes, buddy.
So you all make your way to one of the booths.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you wait to sit for a minute. The table opens. And you all make your way down.
Follow that familiar path.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
you,
Say hey to kindness on our way
I
through.
was going to say, as you get to the bottom, you round the corner, and there's Kindness standing in the door to greet you, looking
Good.
almost a little surprised to see you. You also notice that standing behind the kiosk to the right of Kindness
Is it Allison?
is Allison Keenspirit. Sure is.
His Aw. new wife.
And not in 2 weeks, but it appears that she has found some gainful employment
Hell yeah.
here
Good for her.
amongst the olive pit.
It is a pretty cool place to work.
You walk into the old familiar pit. You see the ground where the arena used to be. All that long time ago, when you remember getting pushed around by a very large minotaur wreathed in flame. You remember beating that minotaur wreathed in flame.
Ah, good times.
Some of you remember a particular bard.
You never forget.
I still have his loot.
You never learned to play it though.
We haven't really met any teachers.
Hmm.
We haven't
Yeah, I
had
got
time
the-
to go find him one.
I got the strings from that one bard, but
yeah.
Some of you remembering some old associates of yours that had snuck their way in here and met an unfortunate ending.
oh yeah, he's down in the secret oubliette underneath the fireplace.
Who is?
Dead
No
guy.
one.
Mind your business. Mind your profanities.
How about none of your goddamn business? That's who.
And as
That's
you,
how you end up in an oubliette.
as you walk out
Sounds a lot
onto
funner
the,
than it is.
Right?
walk out
Sounds
onto the
like it might be a good
staircase,
time.
and begin to head down into the olive pit. It seems that most everything except Dalrin's house is put back together.
Business first. He's such a.
Business first,
Sorry
and
about your house, Dollar.
his house is a little bit in shambles still. You can see that the room, his bedroom, has been kind of built back up to be like more private. There's it's like he's got actual walls for like that, but there's no the front door is still caved in, and his desk is still mostly
Yeah,
crap.
but he had to
Yeah, I
patch
went
up the
through the
bedroom
wall,
because he has to
didn't
take
I?
off his pants and people will see a schwang doodle.
Yeah, he doesn't want that.
His little inferno.
Yes, that.
Mighty horn.
But other than that, everything else seems to be much the same. Gorna, as you look over, your eyes meet with Moray's, and she smiles.
Celine Dion starts
The music
playing.
swells.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Damn it!
Oh yeah, what's up, girl?
I need to make a beeline for the kitchen.
For the kitchen.
I'm owed wages,
Next
and I've got a job to do. God damn it!
And you're also low on money, so you need.
I'm kind of broke, and I did put in a shift.
Chef, I'm sorry I'm late, Chef.
I told Chef I'd be back when I got back, and he smoked a cigarette and said, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah,
So-
you did. You disappeared for weeks.
Yeah.
Where you been? Wait, I don't care.
I don't care. I'm short on help. Get in here.
Hey, that's chef speak for good work.
That is.